May 5th, 2021 is a date that will go down in history as one of the most significant of the hectic space season that we are living in these last years. SpaceX plans to have its first Starship test flight to orbit launch from Texas and splash down off the coast of an island in Hawaii, according to a document the company filed recently with the Federal Communications Commission. The orbital test would mark the first time SpaceX stacks both elements of its massive Starship system together, the next key development step in its attempt to build a rocket that could one day land on Mars. As outlined in the document, a Super Heavy booster stage will launch Starship from SpaceX's Boca Chica, Texas facilities and separate in midair nearly 3 minutes into flight. About 5 minutes later, that booster stage will return back to Earth and splash down in the Gulf of Mexico. Or as SpaceX puts it, it will perform a partial return and land in the Gulf of Mexico, approximately 30 kilometers from the shore. Meanwhile, Starship, the top half of the entire rocket system, will continue into orbit, nearly completing a full trip around Earth before plunging back through the atmosphere over Hawaii roughly 90 minutes after launching from Texas. Starship will aim to nail a powered, targeted landing on the ocean about 100 kilometers off the northwest coast of Kauai, the state's northernmost island. The document didn't name a specific date for Starship's orbital flight. Elon Musk said it could happen this summer or by the end of 2021, but an email that accompanied Thursday's filing indicated it could happen any time in the next year before March 1st, 2022. That email also says the maximum altitude for Starship is 116 kilometers, an extremely low orbital altitude sitting just north of the boundary between space and Earth's atmosphere. Whenever it happens, the orbital test will demonstrate Starship maneuvers that can't be simulated using computers. SpaceX intends to collect as much data as possible during flight to quantify entry dynamics and better understand what the vehicle experiences in a flight regime that is extremely difficult to accurately predict or replicate computationally. The flight data gleaned from Starship's test will anchor any changes in vehicle design and build better models for us to use in our internal simulations. However, to better understand the great revolution that SpaceX is bringing in the field of space exploration, it will be enough to reflect on this fact. During its 30-year shuttle program, NASA built 5 shuttles, one every 6 years on average. Elon Musk instead is preparing to build Starship prototypes at the rate of 1 per month. Rather than choosing to analyze everything for years or decades before performing a first flight test, as NASA has done, Musk's approach is to build, throw, crash, solve problems, then try again. That a space program is conducted not with 3 or 4 but with dozens of ships, and possibly hundreds, and that will definitely make a huge difference. In a few years, the Starship launches will be counted per week or even per day. The average rate of 4 shuttle flights per year meant that with an annual program cost of $4 billion per year, the actual cost of a single flight was $1 billion. Musk aims to manage 200 flights per year, which is possible with just 20 operational ships, each re-airing every 36 days. This would give $5 million per flight, or 1/200th of the cost of the shuttle with 5 times its payload, for an overall improvement of 1,000 times. But there is more. The Starship will not only give us the ability to send human explorers to Mars, the Moon, and other inner solar system destinations. It will give us a 2 order of magnitude increase in overall operational capability to roughly do whatever you want to do in space. This includes not only the pursuit of a robust program of probes to the outer solar system and making all kinds of experimental investigations in Earth orbit economically feasible, but also the possibility of building giant space telescopes. Much of our knowledge in physics comes from astronomy because the universe is the biggest and best laboratory there is.